The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro, bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. Israel has ordered Palestinians to evacuate as it widens its bombardment of the Gaza Strip. In Khan Yunis, the area that Israel ordered evacuated covers about a fifth of the city. According to the United Nations, the area was home to some 117,000 people before the war, and now it also houses over 50,000 displaced individuals. The Israeli military earlier declared that it was defining safe areas for Gaza civilians to minimize harm to them. However, hundreds more Palestinians have been killed since the onslaught resumed last week, making it unclear where civilians could seek safety. For their part, the U.S. said it was too early to make a definitive assessment on whether Israel was heeding the call to protect civilians.
I think it's too early to make a definitive assessment. The Secretary was very clear about how we want to judge this based on results, not based on intent. We've seen a much more targeted request for evacuations here, where the Israeli Defense Forces have identified specific neighborhoods where they plan to conduct military operations. So that is an improvement on what's happened before.
Another Russian major general has been killed while on duty in Ukraine. The governor of Russia's Voronezh region, Alexander Gusev, said Major General Vladimir Zavadsky, deputy commander of Russia's 14th Army Corps, had died at a combat post in the Special Operations Zone. Zavadsky was reportedly the 7th Major General whose death had been confirmed by Russia. He's also the 12th senior officer overall to be reported dead since the start of what Russia calls its special military operation in Ukraine. The U.S. charges a former ambassador to Bolivia with spying for Cuba over the course of 40 years. Victor Manuel Rocha was arrested and expected to appear before a federal judge in Miami on Monday. Rocha was charged with committing multiple federal crimes, among them acting as an illegal foreign agent and using a fraudulently obtained passport. The Justice Department says this is one of the highest-reaching and longest-lasting infiltration of the U.S. government by a foreign agent. Rocha served as U.S. ambassador to Bolivia from the year 2000 to 2002. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. Britain tightens visa measures for migrants by raising the minimum salary they must earn in a job. This as Britain seeks to cut the number of migrants arriving in the country after record net migration in 2022. British Interior Minister James Cleverly says the government would raise the minimum salary threshold for foreign skilled workers to £38,700. The current threshold stands at a little over £26,000. Britain will also reform the list of jobs where exceptions are made due to shortages. The government will also toughen rules on whether workers can bring their families. The new measures could lead to new disputes with business owners who have struggled to hire workers in recent years. At least 4 people died in rain-related incidents in Tamil Nadu state in India ahead of a severe cyclone. Residents have been struggling all day through flooded streets and under torrential rain in India's city of Chennai. Authorities in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh were on high alert, evacuating people living in coastal areas. India's weather office said Cyclone Michaung is expected to make landfall on Tuesday in their local time. Let's now take a quick look at other world stories we are watching. South Korea conducted a flight of solid fuel rocket carrying a satellite over the sea near Jeju Island on Monday. This comes amid a growing space race with neighboring North Korea. 3 survivors were found in Indonesia after the Marapi volcano erupted. The rescue team has recovered 11 dead bodies out of 75 climbers who were in the area at the time of Sunday's eruption. And scientists collected samples of seawater around the world's largest iceberg located in Antarctica. The berg now appears drifting quickly past the northern tip of the peninsula. And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.